I know you've got some businesses here. Let me take that off. Tell us a little bit about. Let me bring one of your businesses up that we have here. That's it, yeah. Yeah, tell us about L Slate Transcend.
So Slate Transcend started out as a coaching business and also accountancy, because that's another thing that I learned. When I had my construction businesses, I enjoyed the accountancy and the managing the business side of things, but not necessarily the work. So I became an accountant only at an entry level. And my original offer was to help people start companies, because I'd done that so many times with construction and boat parties and festival tickets and all this stuff before. So when I first went into coaching, it was quite broad. It was quite vague. I didn't really know what my niche was or who I wanted to serve. And trying to help people start companies, there's only a certain amount of people who want to do that, I suppose. And especially with IR35 coming out, it's making that market smaller and smaller. So then I started as a business coach, but again, it's quite a broad term. And as I said before, you need to know your avatar. You need to have your offer. Everything has to be really funnel vision to exactly who you're trying to help. So eventually with the market studying that I was going through and, really, really loving that, L-Say Transcend has now transformed into a marketing, I wouldn't say a marketing consultancy, but a marketing coaching platform for me to be able to help share what I've learned about funnels and all my marketing journey so far, and just to helping other people who are online and traditional business to some extent, but to helping people who are online to promote themselves, to promote their services, to do it in the right way, and to ultimately convert more sales and get more leads.
Wow, this is brilliant. Now I'm going to bring another business up that you're currently running. Applied Drone.
Ah, yeah, brilliant.
So what is it about?
So this,
you're the commercial director here. Yeah, go on.
This is really exciting. I mean, this is one that I couldn't turn down. Another colleague of ours, Robert Moore, OG, remember, he's back now, actually.
Okay,
so
brilliant.
He approached me because he wanted help setting up a company for drones. So I thought nothing of it. I thought he just wanted to fly drones at the weekend, nothing special. So we sat and had a meeting, and he showed me what he wanted to do, and he even showed me the platform, the algorithm that they created already. Which basically is an algorithm that connects pilots to clients. It's like the Uber of drones. The client can go on to online, select the service they want, anything from roof surveys, 3D modeling, what else have we got? Agricultural services, trying to get into wind farms, wedding photos. They select what they want. The algorithm finds the pilot. It's automated. The invoices, the payments, everything just runs itself. And he showed me the plan, and he showed me his vision. Asked me how much, and I just said, I'll do it for free, but I want shares, because it just looks incredible. So
brilliant.
And then they it progressed more and more. I got more and more involved, and then ultimately they offered me the commercial director's position, which I take with open arms.
Wow, that's good. That's brilliant. That's good. So they offered you money. You said, no, I don't want money. I'll do it for free, but I want shares in the company.
Right.
Because then you can always get dividends as the company moves on.
I would have been so disappointed if I charged him £100 and then that was it. Can you imagine?
Now, you told me recently about another business that you're currently operating, which is you're a partner in Egyptian UK luxury cars. What is it about?
Okay, so this one, there's a funny story behind this. I've got a new offer with L-Say Transcend, which is a high ticket. It's different, slightly different to what I've been doing before, and I've started marketing in a different way. And when you're trying to change habits and change beliefs and change your actions so much, your paradigm kicks in and starts to fight back. It's like your ego. It starts to try and push you back into comfort when you're actually trying to break through into freedom. And it's called the terror barrier. Everybody has it. But if you haven't got a goal, you can't hit the terror barrier, because you need the goal, you need the direction. And this was happening to me about 3 weeks ago. I was hitting the terror barrier. It was trying to tell me to go back into the comfort zone. It was trying to tell me stuff about that I couldn't do what I was trying to do, and that I shouldn't be doing this, and that no one's interested in what you're trying to say. It's just a mental game. But I broke through it this time, because in previous times, sometimes I've gone back with other stuff that I've done and I haven't broke through. But this time I thought, no, I'm doing it now. I really want this. My vision's powerful. I am making this happen. And I set about changing my beliefs. And, when you get into that point and you're visualizing and your belief systems become so empowering and so strong, everything changes. And because I'd changed my vibration, I started getting into greater actions, which cause reactions, which then cause the results in your life to change. And one of the things that I managed to attract to me was this business opportunity, which is, you know, it's incredible. And I won't lie, my colleague's got everything up and running. You know, it's his business essentially, but I am the link because of, you know, because he's not English, and it needs to be a UK company to take advantage of the trade deal. So I'm very fortunate in that regard. But you know, I didn't just get that as a gift randomly. I've changed my mindset, and I've brought that to my life, and that is projecting 7 figures in the first 12 years, which is fantastic. So yeah, sorry, in the first 12 months, not 12 years. So yeah, I'm super grateful for that. I don't want to say fortunate, because we make our own luck in this life. But you know, even that was marketing in an extent, because of the relationship that I built over the years. And I will do some marketing for that company, but I'll just need to have it translated into Arabic. But OG, maybe you could help me with that.
I could help you. But you know, I can help you with the Arabic, because I speak Arabic. But the thing is this: I want shares in the company.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Don't pay me for the services, I'm okay, but I want shares in the company. I want to come in as a partner.
That's it. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
That's it. That's it. You know what? This is good. You know, I'm so glad that many people are getting things done, and the session is so packed. And we still got some more questions, you know, that we're going to go through. But people are sending their comments. We got like close to 19 people watching right now. They call it 19 million on YouTube. But I want to thank the sponsor of today's program, because somebody had to sponsor me to sponsor the channel to come on. And thank you so much. That sponsorship came from Raisy's Kitchen. Thank you so much, Raisy's Kitchen. And then next 2 weeks, I'm bringing a professor, assistant professor of medicine, who's going to be talking about the COVID-19 vaccine, to take or not to take. So guys, get ready for 2 weeks time. He's going to be here. He's a professor of medicine based in US, and he's going to be coming in to talk to us about the COVID-19 vaccine. Do we have to take it or not take it? Well, let's wait for them. You know, Louis, thank you so much for coming in. But we still got more questions, man. Look at this. The highest reward, you wrote this, the highest reward for somebody's effort is not what they get from it, but what they become by it. Tell us more about this. Thank you so much.
100%. And yeah, thank you, IG. I'm having a great time. Thank you for this. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So goals are to grow. Okay, the idea of a goal is not to get something from it. The idea is to grow, and that's why I said before it needs to be a C-type goal, which is one that you can't actually see the route to achieving, because then the only way you can do it to actually achieve that goal is to grow and to increase your awareness. You know, the only reason people earn £20,000 a year is because they're not aware of how to earn 50. That's all it is. It's the awareness. If they were aware of how to earn £50,000 a year, then I'd be surprised if they weren't doing that. So what I mean by that is you need to set huge goals. This is so important. You have to. And in fact, if you haven't set a goal, then after this call or tomorrow, after this call, you know, this is how important it is. Really think about it. What do you really want? What do you really want? And write that down and start to become emotionally ideal with the idea of that, and start to build a picture in your mind, you know, and visualize that regularly. Without the goal, then nothing else can occur. So,
oh my God,
you grow into the goal. That's what I'm trying to get at. You need to grow into the goal as opposed to focusing on just getting the goal.
Man, this is get a goal, become passionate about the goal, go for the goal, man. So much, you know. Now, guys, you know what? I'll put this as a live stream, but I'm going to now put this particular live stream into modules so that people can listen to it, because this is not just a live stream. This is a lesson for life. There's so much that you're giving out here, Louis. So much that, you know, it's like I'm just learning every day. I'm learning something, even as I'm listening to you now. I used to keep, you know, to-do list, but now you said, you know what? Why don't you have 3 things to do: morning, afternoon, evening? And then you have something that you're going to do when you wake up. Another thing, question I just posed to that is this, you know, you don't have to know how you're going to do it. I know you've discussed this before. You just have to believe you can. Tell me more about this, please.
Exactly that. So our goal, our role in life is not to know how we're going to get somewhere. We just need to give direction to where we want to go. And then it then becomes the job of a power that's greater than any one of us. You know, we are all connected. We are all part of this one universe, this one world. Okay, and it's that power that's greater than us that actually brings forth the goods that we seek. Okay, and like I said, as long as you define what it is that you want, because you know, otherwise you're like a ship without a rudder. You're not going to go anywhere, and you'll probably just crash into some rocks, most likely, or be lost at sea. But as long as you've given direction to that energy, to that thought energy that flows to and through us, then you surrender almost. You just have faith, and you just let that out into the universe. You move into action. You know, you work towards your goal every single day, even if it's just 10 minutes. You do something to move towards it. It's not your job to know when it's going to happen, because we don't know the gestation period of an idea. We know how long it takes for carrots to grow. We don't know how long it takes for an idea to grow. But as long as you've got the faith, and as long as you're moving towards it with the right intentions and trust in the process, then ultimately you will reach that goal. And again, you just need to believe. You just need to believe that that is so. Here's an exercise as well that I found helped me with the terror barrier a few weeks ago. I wrote down on one side of the paper all of the limiting beliefs. So I am confident, but the paradigm is a collection of habits and beliefs, and it's so powerful and so strong. I had to write down all of the negative beliefs on one side, and then write down on the other side of the page the truth. The truth being that, you know, the opposite of the negative beliefs. And when you drill those into your head over and over again, you start to condition your mind. When something bad pops in, within a split second, you've rejected it. Okay, because think of it like this: you've got your conscious mind, which is, you know, your educated mind. This is where you can think, you originate ideas, you can accept and reject ideas. Now, if something comes into your mind, into the conscious mind, and you think, oh, this isn't going to serve me, you just you reject it. You don't need it, because the conscious mind is the gatekeeper to the subconscious mind. That is where the paradigm sits, and that is actually where that's the control center for you. The subconscious mind is what moves the body into action. It's vibration. And then those actions determine the results. So if you're just letting any old terrible thought come in and you're not rejecting it, then you're allowing it into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, and it will grow.
Poof, man. So you get a sheet of paper this way, and then you split into two. So one side, all the limited belief, and on this side, the truth.
Exactly.
And then you focus on the truth and let all the limited beliefs die. Because the thing is this: the more the truth clouds your mind, the better you are at going towards the goal that you want to achieve. But the less the truth comes in, you accept anything that comes in, it destroys the mind. Wow. This leads to the next question. Someone out there is just hanging on the situation of life itself. What's your advice for the person?
If they're just hanging on to life itself. So what the intention behind that post was how to deal with overwhelm. So when you're overwhelmed, it's just because you haven't got, it's not that it's so much you've got lots of stuff to do. That could be true as well. It's you haven't put order to everything. Okay. And heaven's first law is order. When you've got order in your mind, in your visualization, in your activities every day, then that order is the sort of state that you want to be in. You want to be in an orderly, relaxed state, because that's where your creative energy is able to flow. So if you are overwhelmed in what you're doing, you just need to stop for a moment, and you need to create a routine that allows you to move forward and do everything that you need to do without feeling that overwhelm. Because otherwise you are just clinging on to life. You're clinging on, and you're just hoping that it's not even a strategy. It's just hope, and that's not going to get you. That's not going to get you far at all. So, you know, it's just about having that routine and knowing exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve, and just breaking it down into steps that you can actually pull it off.
Wow. You know what Jesus did? You said something. You said heaven's first law is order. When Jesus was going to feed the 5,000 people, what he did was this: he told them, let the men and the people sit in groups. So the men sat in their group, different groups. Then he now took the 3 loaves or the 5 loaves and the 3 fishes, prayed on it, and then broke it and multiplied it, and 12 baskets remained. Because why? The first thing in life is order. When the mind is confused, different things happen. There's a place in the Bible, James says, the book of James said, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Because the mind is here, there, here. It's like you're trying to do everything at the same time. Which leads to the next question.